Clash of Clans just released their second half of the Controllable Heroes event for Clashness, and I was so excited I forgot to record the first half for you guys, but the second half I definitely wanted to record for you guys, and I decided I'm actually going to go through and play the first half again as well. I'm going to play 1 through 24, all 24 levels for you guys in this video today. Now, in my personal opinion, this is one of the most creative things I've seen in Clash of Clans. If they've done it before, I sadly missed it. But now that I'm creating content, I thought I would share this amazing. Honestly, it was so much fun. I enjoyed every second of it. So, hope you guys enjoy it as well. Let's hop right in. The first level is overall very straightforward, just introducing you to the movement, the controls, and the fact that if you hit the little firecracker box, then that's an automatic 100% and it blows up everything else on the board. The second level is also very straightforward. It just introduces the mechanic of pets, the fact that you can have multiple pets, however many pets you want, or however many pets you need to win the level, and they're usually just trapped in cages around the map, and you just need to go break them out. Overall, very basic concept. Again, a very, very simple level. Level 3 overall is, again, very simple. You just have some troops that you need to take out with your heroes. And this time I decided to use my hero ability to help speed things up a little bit. But overall, again, a very simple level. Most of the time, I don't think I was even controlling my heroes. I was just kind of letting them do their own thing. And they ended up finding their way to the end of the level, eventually. Now, level 4 is where it finally started to get interesting. You know, you had a couple different pets, you had a couple different opponents, enemies that you had to take out, and you know it was a lot longer of a level, a lot more complicated as well. So I enjoyed it a lot more, but overall it was pretty straightforward. You didn't have a lot of options. You know, there was pretty much one way forward instead of multiple different ways forward. But overall, it was definitely a step up. Now, level 5 added a new level of freedom that you didn't have before. You could decide to take this out however you wanted to. Personally, I opted to just kind of let my king do his own thing. There were enough troops in the air and not enough air defenses that I felt comfortable just kind of letting my king wander and do whatever. And it ended up working out in the end. But, you know, I could have gone left, I could have gone right. Eventually, I believe I just tell my king to charge the firecracker box. And it does not work out well. He ends up dying, but there are enough troops that they clean it up for me. But I actually really did enjoy this level. And that is one of the things I do enjoy about this, is the fact that sometimes they'll just throw down a mess of troops and you gotta watch all of these troops just decimate. And that's something in normal battles, you have a troop constraint, you know. You have a certain number of troops that you're allowed to have. So with these levels, you can get a lot more creative with that. Now, like I mentioned in the last one, this is one of those levels where you just get to have an overpowered army. And how they do it is they just give the queen like 5 or 6 of each of the different pets. So she's just a queen with an army of pets, assaulting all of these poor little gingerbread people. And it's so much fun to watch. So now, one of the other things I appreciated about this event was the fact that I am only Town Hall 13, so I don't have access to pets quite yet. Now, I'm quite incentivized to get myself up to Town Hall 14 so I can get access to pets, because now I see how overpowered they are, even if they are a little bit more overpowered in these situations. So, that was one thing I really appreciated about these types of events. Now, level 7 is where things really start to get interesting. You start out and you can... Personally, I like to take out the Ram Riders first. Get your queen a little bit low, but that's okay, because the unicorns will heal her back up. As soon as you get the little lizard things and the unicorns, personally, what I like to do is I use a little bit of an exploit. She can shoot over walls. So I take the queen and I have her attack over the walls so I can get those 3 pets as well. And then you move to the middle. And the middle is where it's really going to decide which direction you're going to go, because this one you can go left or right. Both of them have different wind conditions. And I stalled out for a little bit because of the ice hound, the little lava ice hound. I stalled out for quite a while, so I almost ran out of time. I ended up going left though. I speeded up a little bit, and you can see exactly how I get through it. Now right here my queen gets pretty low, but the great thing about the controllable heroes is that I just pull her back, heal her back up, and put her right back into the fight. Thanks to the unicorn, she can heal herself back up pretty easily. Now, all of these little cookie guys do so much damage, so they pretty much one-shot all my pets. But right here, I see I'm running out of time, so I just break that miner, let him take care of that, and that's an easy 3-star. Level 8 is a new one, introducing spells that come in little presents, and they let us use the new hero that they just came out with. Super, super hype, actually. Pretty overpowered dude. I really enjoy playing with him. Although, like right there, you can see his super, his little power-up can be a little finicky. But overall, this one was very easy. You just break the spells, and then the skeletons and the bats will take care of most of it. I like to use his little hero power to clear the middle or clear the top, depending on, how easy or hard or how difficult of a time I'm having for each one. And then oftentimes they'll stall out on all these little troops, so then you just gotta tap on the firecrackers, and he will focus in on those instead. And it was a pretty simple one, but the spells are a big part of it, so that was helpful. Now jumping right into level 9, this one I had a little bit of trouble with at first, because all of those air defenses will all focus on him, on the minion king, if you get too close. So I like to use his power to try and break as many of the little troop boxes as you can, let them deal with it, and then I just walk them around the outside, breaking troops where I can, and eventually the root riders will get in there and take out the firecracker box. Now level 10 was a pretty difficult one, I'm going to be honest. This is where the difficulty really stepped up. Personally, how I like to play it is I will have my king and his little ram thing move down, open that little present of skeleton spells, that's what they're called, that little skeleton spell present, and then I will move him back up. The skeletons will work their way over to the right side, and the king can clear the top. Now, this is level 11. This one I don't want to say trouble with, because I've never really had trouble with it. I just don't know the best strategy for it. Personally, I like to open up the lava launcher, and then I will move the king over to the archers, because if you don't, oftentimes the archers will get left behind, and then you're missing a bunch of your troops. So that once the archers are opened up, I move the king back. The barbarians, I open up the super witch, and they will open each other up, and those little barbarians right there, they'll run over and grab the other archers. Then the king can rush in. I like to use him to clear out a lot of these little troops. I don't know if that's the right move though, because maybe you should save his power for that inferno tower to the left, because that one is what really seems to eat through your troops, those and the mortars. But mostly what I found is the lava launcher will take care of everything if you let it, eventually. So I'm gonna speed this up for you guys really quick. Now moving on to level 12. This one is a very unique one. The clan castle in the middle of the map actually holds the right troops that they could ruin your entire run. So the move here is to take the king. You're gonna want to take out those little cookie guys. The fact that I didn't actually almost ruin my run because one of them got a hit off on me, it popped my hero power, which means I didn't have my bouncy ball, which ended up killing my hero up top. A lot of the time though, if you just let it run, the timer run out, the troops can take care of everything. If you see right there, there was a little bit of a chain reaction, and the skeleton spells are actually going to take out the clan castle. So you do not want to go and grab all of those different unicorns. I know they're tempting, but usually I ignore them. Now my king ended up dying up there. Usually that's when you're going to want to hit his ability, and his bouncy ball will take out all of those different scatter shots. But because he got hit in the beginning, he didn't have his ability anymore, so he ended up just dying. Thankfully, those dragons are able to clutch it up because all of the different air sweepers pushed them in the right directions. So it ended up working out in the end. No complaints from me. Now, level 13 is actually a very interesting one. Overall, it's pretty basic, but there are these two ginormous P.E.K.K.A.s up top who do splash damage. They can hit aerial and ground units, and they decimate everything. So this round I was seeing if I could take them out at all, and it did not end up going well. Let's speed it up and show you how it went. Now, this time I went with an alternate strategy. This time I decided to put down my Royal Champion, take out the first couple P.E.K.K.A.s, but as soon as I grab that little invisibility fox pet thing, I go directly for the firecrackers. I don't try to open up anything else. And this one actually worked. So, yeah, when it comes down to it, if you don't know what to do, just charge directly towards what you're going for, and maybe it'll work out. So level 14 is another one where you can go left or right, and either way you can get the win. But personally, I decided to just let my queen wander, see how it went. It did not go well, I'm going to be honest. She ended up going directly up the middle and got taken out by little firecracker guys. Now for my successful attempt, I decided to go left instead of right. And I just popped my queen ability when things start to get a little bit dicey. Make sure to open up as many pets as I can, and it all ended up working out in the end. I did get stalled out on the walls for a little bit, but after I got past the walls, everything went swimmingly. Now that's going to finish off the first half of our video. And by the first half, I mean the first 14 levels. This second part took me significantly longer. The difficulty went way up, and I'm going to be honest, my skill level probably went way down. So I hope you guys enjoy watching me struggle my way through and figure my way through the rest of these levels. Now, coming right out of the gate, they started out very, very strong. They had this very interesting one, which I really enjoyed, actually. You've got the left option, you've got the right option, you can go right down the middle. You've got all of these different troops, all of these different minions, kind of just a minion rampage, if you will. And the minion king leading them all. I spent probably 10 minutes trying to get this one right. And eventually, I just told the Minion King to charge the Firecracker box and pop his ability when things started to get a little dicey. And it worked out. That happens more often than I would like to admit in this level. Or in this video, I should say. Now, I wish I could say that this next level, level 16, was a lot easier, and I figured it out, and I was able to find a very safe and secure way through, but the exact same thing happened. I failed over and over and over again until I decided to send my Minion King straight down the middle and attack the Firecracker box, and it worked out. So, I'm not trying to give you guys a tutorial. I'm just saying this was a very difficult challenge. Now, level 17, I'm proud to say, was not just a charge of the Minion King down the middle again. This time, I was able to figure out a decent strategy after a couple different tries. But this one was one of my favorites because you had those super dragons and they just walk through everything. The one issue are the air sweepers right around the box of firecrackers because they stalled me out my first couple different rounds. Eventually, I was able to figure out that the win condition was the lava launcher again, like in one that one earlier one. So what you're gonna want to do is basically protect the lava launcher the whole time, and it will take it out in the end. Now level 18, you finally get to use the Grand Warden. This one took me a couple tries. There was one I could have totally won, but I decided I wanted to clear the whole map, which by now I should know better than to try and do that. So I ended up doing it again 1 or 2 more times, and as soon as the top opens up and you have access to the firecracker, you want to rush that firecracker. And level 19, I am proud to say that I did this on my first try. I'm just gonna let you guys watch this one. It's a pretty entertaining one. Honestly, it's just a rush. I had no clue what was going on. There was no control whatsoever. It was fun. All right, level 20. Again, I did this one on my first try. I must be having a good luck streak. But this time you get to use the brand new toy queen. I forget what her official name is, but she's the new queen skin. And this time I literally just walked around the outside the whole time. And it worked out. So, enjoy. Now level 21, I was able to do this one on my first try again. This time you have the world champion and she's running around, she's got a lot of invisibility spells. I am curious if you got all of the different boxes, if she could be invisible the entire time, like without any breaks in between. I don't know though, I might go back and try it again in my free time. Let me know if you guys can figure it out. Now level 22 is one I actually struggled with a lot because you have a level 1 royal champion with all of these high level defenses and high level troops around you. I eventually figured it out. The goal is to run away. But I tried out a lot of different things and eventually I just realized I had to get across the map as soon as possible. You do have to pop the bats to as a distraction of sorts. But other than that, your only goal is to get away from those Electro Titans, because they will hunt you down and kill you. But as soon as you get away from the Monolith and the Electro Titans, and you get across the map and pop the other troops, it is a very simple level, actually. They pretty much clear everything for you. You do have to go pop those spells for them so they can access the Inferno Towers, but other than that, very, very, very simple level once you get past the Electro Titan part. Now level 23 is the second to last level, and it lives up to it. This was the most difficult level in my personal opinion. It took me over 20 minutes to do, just this level actually. And I tried everything I can think of. Eventually I figured out that you have to move up the left side, that those super archers will help you take out some of those defenses. But I just kept getting destroyed by the ram riders and by the scatter shot. And no matter what, I could not figure out how to get down to the firecrackers because they were always behind walls. Eventually, it clicked that I have to keep the super goblins alive, and they will make their way around the entire map eventually. But the problem is there are a ton of defenses that can reach them all, and that will destroy them quite quickly. So as soon as you pop those super archers, you need to start moving and taking out those big scary defenses. What I eventually landed on was you pop the super archers, you run up, pop the Royal Champion's ability so she'll move extra fast, you take out the scatter shot and the monolith with the bats. Then you have to move down, open up the Yeti, and do some damage on that multi-inferno tower. And if you can, you want to be able to pop the jump spell. When I finally got around to it, I also had a strategy where I go and I grab all of the different ram riders and little cookie monster guys, and I let the super archers take them out as well. It took me a long time to get this one down, I'm going to be honest. And when I did, it was not perfect. I almost lost. I almost ran out of time, actually, because I did not get the jump spell. Thankfully, the super goblins were able to take out the wall and barely were able to secure me the win. And that brings us to the last level. Now this one, you get to try out the Royal Champion's new gear, which is those electro boots, which pop just about everything you walk near. So this is another rush one. It took me a little while to figure out where to put her down because I'm a little blind and a lot stupid. But as soon as I did, it was a very, very easy one to win. A lot of fun, one of my favorites actually. And I'm so excited for the new boots. I'm definitely gonna go for those with this Clashmas event. And just like that, we've completed the Controllable Heroes Cookie Chaos event in Clash of Clans. Now, let's open up all of the different goodies that we got. And with that, we are going to have finished the event all the way, all except for, of course, the Clashmas reward track. We're going to We're going to place this decoration right in the middle there, the gift bag for Santa Claus. And yeah, that's going to be it. That's all 24 levels for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you guys think I can do better next time. And I'll see you guys in the next one.